New year, happy new day, new week, new month, and indeed new year. First edition of Discover and Recover Yoga in 2024. The New Year's off to a smooth start for one and all. It is Neil McGuffog, founder of At the Core. Yes, my voice is raspy. It's coming and going, but it mostly is going, or no, it's mostly there's no pain. It's just maybe I don't know. I went through a healing session on New Year's Day, downloaded some amazing energies and transformed me. Perhaps I feel energetic, but there was some tiredness last night. Got a good night's sleep, and so now the voice is still just a little affected. But I'm glad I'm here. Glad you guys are here as well. Whether you're seeing this is going to be mostly focusing it after the fact. It is indeed at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time in the Midwest here, Central Indiana, Indianapolis, suburb of Indianapolis called Farmville, Indiana. I'd like to just relate a quick story today. I finished with a group around noon, 12:30. And that particular client I've been with for many years is located about 6 or 7 minutes from one of the central Indiana, one of Indianapolis's larger scale parks called Eagle Creek. And I said to myself, I'm going to leave this client. I've got a window for a few hours where I'm now going to go to this park. It's got a lake and do a walk, maybe 2.5 miles. And the reason I said it's 35, 36 degrees outside. There was a nice wind coming off the lake. I had the right clothes. And that's, I think, that message I hear. It's not bad weather, it's poor equipment. So I'm saying this because I'm encouraging students to go out, to get out, move outdoors, soak in that natural vitamin D. It happens to be very cloudy and overcast here today, but still breathing in that fresh air off the water, walking through the woods and the live and listening to the animals, listening particularly the birds. And it was a magical time. And the thing that I do make note of is if I thought about doing that 10 or 15 years ago, I'd have been like, there's no way I'm going to walk by myself. I'm going to go 2.5 miles. I want to go like 6. I want to go 10. I want to maybe do 8 to 10, maybe doing that training for a half marathon, 6 miles, minimum a 10K. Once in a while, maybe a 5K as a fundraiser, but I'm going to walk, especially by myself randomly. And that was a mindset as recently as, 8, 10, 12 years ago. And it slowly emerged and changed as my practice evolves, as my body evolves. And I was happy to be outdoors doing this by myself, taking in all that natural energy, that natural goodness. So I hope you have either 1 or 2 yoga blocks in your mix today as we begin this session. So I'm making my adjustments. I am coming on to my meditation cushion. You can use a rolled up blanket or a yoga blanket or just even a towel, some kind of soft, fur cushion. Sit on. The option, of course, is to come directly onto your mat, but oh, by the way, today is my 1 year anniversary for my left hip. It looks like I'm pointing to my right hip as you're doing this, but it is indeed my left hip. And it is 1 year old to today, 3rd of January, 2023. So here we are settling in. And this, whatever that seated posture is for you, cross-legged, Sukhasana, as we know it, as it's known in yoga practice. If you feel more comfortable to come into legs out straight or onto your knees, or perhaps butterfly pose, please get comfortable. I'm waiting for a yoga teacher to say, find your uncomfortable seated posture. That's okay. Comfort and ease. Actually, that was a little mantra I was saying to myself. Well, actually, calmness and peace. Those words were resonating as I was making this 2-mile trek around Eagle Creek. Calm and peaceful. So whatever's going on for you, your tribe, your classy family, as this New Year's unfolding, I'm hoping that we start to individually, collectively find an easy way to find pattern or get back into our rhythm, get back into that flow. I know when I take a few days off, as it's happened over the course of this holiday season, it takes me a little bit of time to get back into the flow. Don't beat yourself up about it, looking at one of my favorite magazines, Experience Life, is the name of the magazine, published by Lifetime Fitness Corporation out of a suburb of Minneapolis, Minnesota. There's an article in there about self-talk. Things that we say to ourselves. Be mindful of that self-talk. So in this starting position, try to close the eyes, hopefully you're in your safe zone, no judgment, no competition. Just become aware, assess where you are in this beginning seated posture. Shout out to these bodies, these containers, these vessels that are our bodies taking us from point A to point B. Hopefully my voice comes across clearly, even in the raspiness. So now, as you become more aware of how you're showing up in the physical body, let's turn the attention to the breath. Start to notice the deepening of the inhale, the lengthening of the exhale. Suggestion is taking the right hand to the center of the chest, the left hand just below the belly button. If you're looking at me, it looks like I've got left hand on the chest and right hand, but I'm not going to mirror you guys for this motion. So my right hand is indeed at the section of my chest, the left hand just below the belly button. As I feel the rise and fall of the core. Hold in breath, we'll let that belly and chest expand. The exhale is the condensing. So with the hands placed here, you're feeling the actual rise and fall, the ebb and flow. A couple more rounds, filling and expanding on the inhale. It's like a balloon. It's like you're filling a balloon on the inhale. The exhale is that the balloon is being deflated. Exhale. Beautiful. All right, simply returning your hands to wherever they're comfortable. A breathing pattern that works well for you. It may be nostril breathing. Perhaps you are breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And I'm just checking on the clarity of the camera. Sometimes it wants to go out of focus. I'm just giving a little check. It's pretty good. All right, now I'm going to shift from seated cross-legged to sitting on my knees as I place this meditation cushion. This is ultra comfortable. You can place a towel, a blanket between your hamstrings and your calves. Find this modified version of on the knees or hero's pose. Yeah. Hands meet at the heart space, palms connect at this center of the chest to set your intention, your purpose. It seems like resolutions in the last several years have kind of lost their luster. So each practice, I would like to encourage you to find an idea, concept, a notion. Maybe there's an intention, or dare I say, maybe there's a resolution for this moment, for this practice. Please, for instance, interlace those fingers as you can place palms towards the front of the mat. The chin is in. We carry some stress across the upper back, so I'm going to really press my interlaced palms forward. Navel towards the spine. Now, inhale those interlaced palms towards the ceiling. On the exhale, the right hand is down and the left arm up and over. So we find the spine to move laterally. Get the movement of the head, yes or no. Yeah. So we're long through that left side body. We'll hold for 3. Hold the posture, but not breath. Here for 2. Please. Right hand to left hand to right thigh and the right hand low back. So you're twisting. You're looking over that right shoulder. I've got this left hand as leverage against the outside of my right thigh as we hold here in this twisted position. Only go ahead and let this right arm cascade over to the left. So, yeah. So we're twisting to the right, leaning left. Get a little movement of the head, yes or no, or there's a nice pop. 3, hold for 3. You can hold, posture, not the breath for 2. Unwind. I like to bring the hands back to the heart center. Other students just let the hands drape into lap, down by the seat of the body. A moment here. But eventually the hands do come to the heart center. Reinterlace, less dominant thumb on top. I know it sounds kind of silly, but when my left thumb is on top, it's awkward. It just feels awkward. Once again, let the exhale draw those interlaced palms forward. Chin is in. Beautiful expansion across the shoulder blades, upper back. Now on your next in-breath, let's lift those interlaced palms towards the sky. I'm coming not only out of the hip, out of the shoulders, it gets a little bit out of the hip flexors too. Eventually, that left hand finds the floor, the right arm, you guessed it, bisects that right ear. Feel the right side body as I bend. Left fingertips maybe walk a little further out. You hold here for 3. Get a little movement of the head, yes or no. Thank you. Higher energy centers in the head and neck for 2. Now, eventually, right hand to left thigh and that left hand to the low back. Maybe as I'm elevated a little bit, I'm going to take that left hand to my low back. If you're seated on the mat, perhaps you can find the palms of the mat. You're looking over the left shoulder. Right hand is leverage against the outside of the left thigh. On inhale, think about lengthening the spine. Exhale, maybe twist a little deeper as we hold this for 3. Breathing each up for 2. Now on 1, yes, this right left arm sweeps across. So we're twisting to the left but leaning right. You get a little movement ahead, yes or no, as long as you're not pinching or gripping and pinned into that cervical spine. We'll hold for 3. Let's breathing into that for 2. Now please on 1, unwind. Sometimes we ask the original question, how do you unwind? I can attest it back to my, my using days 31 years ago. Yeah, it would be a cocktail or 4, 5, 6, with a couple of shots, we're throwing in there perhaps. Unwinding, it's still kind of a commonplace in our society to have that post-work, toddy. Here, winter times descend to the cold weather, you get little Baileys and cream, you get those ways to soothe the soul through some of those alcohol beverages that I admire so much in those folks who just get one drink good. Not so much for me. So hands and knees. So for me on my knees like this, it's very simple to come to hands and knees. I'm getting rid of my meditation cushion. I'll let the blanket go on top. Wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Inhale for count. Exhale for count. Nice. So we've had the opportunity to twist the spine as we were seated. We had that opportunity to kind of moving laterally. With those sleep bends, a little bit of another twist or a little fold, I should say. And now we're moving the spine like a wave. Inhale, the rib cage lowers, the gaze lifts. Exhale, the chin tucks in the back rounds. Let's go a few more times, please. Back to neutral. All right, we're still in tabletop, very manageable. I'm going to take the right arm, bend the right elbow, right hand lands to the back of the neck, maybe the back of the head. Inhale, the right elbow goes high. Exhale, right elbow to the forearm. So that's the movement. Inhale, we twist and lift. So we bring elbow to forearm. To the forearm, no worries. Just lifting up the elbow as high as possible, bringing it towards that left forearm or left elbow. Here's 4. Breathing into that for 3. Here's 2. Last one. Yeah. Return to neutral, our regular return to table. Now I'm going to guide you through that next side. Left arm out like a wing, bend the left elbow, place it to the back of the neck, back of the head. Here we go. Same thing, other side. Inhale, the elbow lifts. Until you find a twist to bring it towards that forearm maybe the eye of the right elbow. Yeah. So working again through the torso, through the spine, and this option and this opportunity, this invitation to find this twist on all fours. Keep going for 4. Nice. Notice where the elbow rises. Notice where it rises to. Just an observation for 3. Leading into that for 2. All right, on 1, yes, you're back to neutral. Big toes to touch. The suggestion is draw the knees out wide. Let's find child's pose. Activate child's pose. Maybe reach a little further. Spread your fingers a little wider. Suction cup your palms to the mat. If your forehead doesn't readily make it to the mat, you can place one palm down, the other palm on top of that, and let the forehead nestle on the back of the hand. You check in with your breath. Now, if the arms are out forward, palms up. So there's that little internal rotation of the forearms. You might feel that the shoulder heads a bit, shoulder socket. Oh, yeah. Some students like to actively press the back of the hands into the mat to see about getting a little more upper body, up arm, shoulder head engagement. You might feel that as you hold for 3. Hold the breath with the pose. Here's for 2. Nice, the palms come back. Let your inhale draw you back up to hands and knees. Okay. Now this is where I was hoping you have 1 or 2 blocks. I'm taking my 1 block on my right hip, taking another block on my left hip at the highest heights. And from hands to knees, I'm coming up into mountain pose on my knees. And you can see there's this alignment, hip and knee. From this position, simply I'm drawing right foot forward, right foot back. Get that hip flexor. Right foot forward, right foot back. Landing that knee back underneath that right hip. Here's 3. Here's 2. Okay, last one, right foot stays forward. You might get that right shin to come in alignment with the right knee, right foot, I should say. So we'll draw this left knee further back. This is about the position that works well for me. Lift. So I'm in a supported lunge. I've got I'm getting this top of this left foot to really root to the mat. Left shoulder as well. Right lifts. Core, my main bench. Eventually this right hand lowers. Right hand's that block, left arm is going to bisect the left ear. So we'll take that block to a different level. For me, I like it at the highest height. We move the spine laterally again. Nice. We'll hold here for 3. Step the breath to pose, breathing into that for 2. Now, please, right arm comes out to meet the left. Good buddies. Beautiful. Left hand is front, right hand is back. We have that awkward spin. Left hand front, right hand back. We're really long through those fingertips. Eventually, I'm going to exalt. Inhale, right hand low, left hand high. Well, I like to take this right hand to that block, so take it to that left hamstring, maybe the left butt cheek. Nice. We'll hold here for 3. Nice. Breathing into that for 2. Now I'm going to cartwheel both hands to frame this right foot. This is where blocks become a super tool, because I'm going to suggest you heel toe this right foot forward. Flex that right foot. So I'm using the block for support. If it's not needed, just bring in the hands to the mat. But here's an option. Walk the blocks backwards. You might be able to now start to draw left hip towards left heel. Call that a quarter split, half split. Right. If that doesn't work, you're going to still stay up like this, keeping that right foot flexed. We'll hold for 3. Getting into that for 2. Now let's rebend that right knee. Reframe that right foot. Right foot comes off. You're back to the table. Nice. Okay, I'm just going to turn around. You can see me on the other side. So, lots of this. We're coming back into mountain pose on our knees. Front your ears and shoulders and hips. We're just not using the ankles. So left foot slides forward and back. So you're just focusing on that left foot. Left hip flexor. Then we just move it smoothly, a smooth step to the front. There's 3. There's 2. Last one. Okay, let's build this supported lunge. Top of my right foot isn't totally engaged. You can see that alignment of that block and alignment with my left hip. My left shin is tracking in front, in line over the top of my left foot, arms to left. Mhm. So through the shoulders, eventually left hand finds the block. Right arm is doing its best to bisect that right here. So what we did on one side, we'll mirror, here it is. You can adjust the height of that block if you like, if we hold here for 3. Nice. Lateral move, maybe gaze dexterous right fingertips, coming off for 2. So the left one comes up to meet the right. Here we go, let's exalt. No, let's stop, let's twist. Right hand front, left hand back. Right hand front, left hand back. Squeezing my inner thighs together. I'm trying to find a strong foundation. This solid base. So we can hold here for 3. Breathing into that for 2. Now we'll exalt. Right hand high, left hand low. I'm bringing my left hand back to the block. Nice. We'll hold here for 3. Breathing into that for 2. Now, same thing. Let's cartwheel and frame that left foot. Again, lots are an option as you heel toe this left foot forward. Flex that left foot. Here we go. Quarter split. Maybe walking that right heel back towards the right heel for a whole split. If anybody's got the full split, go for it. That was back in the day. Long time ago, full splits. Here we go for 3. Right, hello, left hamstring. 2. All right, now let's go ahead and rebend that left knee. Reframe the left foot, right toes are going to curl under, right knee lifts. Right foot comes up to meet the left foot, standing forward, fold. Hello, standing forward, fold. Eventually, palms to shins, half lift. So I'm long, I'm crown of the head to the tailbone, and then we shoulder back in. One more time, palms to shins, half lift. Exhale, fold it back in. All right, with the arms super heavy, let's take our time and roll up the spine. Rolling, stacking. Oh, yeah. Nice. Shoulders above hips, ears above shoulders. Oh, very good. That focus. Let's see if I can get it back into focus. Here we go. What's going on with my camera? So, mountain pose. You're probably at the top of your mat. I'll face the camera because here's an idea for balance. I'm putting all of my weight onto my right foot. My left heel is 4, 3, 4, maybe 5 inches in front of my right toes. I am on a balance beam. Creating this strong base, trying to find equanimity that's on the front foot as well as the back foot. So this is the posture of making sure that the feet are nicely balanced on that balance beam. Yeah. Arms can lift. You might let the gaze go high. You might close the eyes. See what it feels like in the balance. Yeah. Beautiful. We'll hold here for 3. Breathing into that for 2. Now, eventually, let's come back to mountain. Okay. All right. For it's a little shimmy. Right to that left foot. Right heel is in front of left toes. Maybe 4, maybe 5 inches. Right. I'm finding equal weight on both feet, or trying to. Everything seems wants to be on the back left foot. So I'm kind of shifting forward and back to build that base. Hips maybe square to that top edge of the mat, arms lift. Super rooting from the waist down. Lovely lifting from the waist up. If you'd like to gaze towards the ceiling, close the eyes. Strong foundation. Here we go. Breathing into this for 3. Almost there for 2. Now, let's release the hands and then back to mount. Okay, so key to that was trying to find equal weight on both feet and keeping those feet in super alignment. Now, let's try this. Let's go with all the way to that right foot and left heel connects with right toes. So we're still balance beam. We're still on the balance beam, but now the left heel is connected to the right toes. Okay. Arms can lift. Equal weight. Eyes closed, gaze goes high. Choose as we hold for 4. Nice, breathing steady into that for 3. Here we go for 2. Now please relax. Yes. Back to mountain. All right, lastly, Weight to that left foot, right heel connects to left toes. Right heel connects to left toes. Whoa. Be kind to yourself. Notice the words that you say. Nice equal weight on both feet. I forgot that just a moment ago. Arms lift. Gaze goes. Checking with the perhaps maybe the eyes closed. Here we go for 4. Breathe steady into that for 3. Nice. We're super rooted from the waist down. 11, lift the waist up for 2. Now everything comes back down. Okay, I'm still facing you guys. You're probably still facing your count. Feet out a little wider, facing your front of your back. And we're gonna move. Go up hips. Maybe hands on the hips if that feels good, or hands down the sides. Low back. Low hips. Happy birthday, left hip. All right, please reverse that. Yeah. Here we go for 4. Here's 3, 2. Now when you're back to mountain pose, I'll join you at the top of the mat. Inhale, we'll sweep arms wide behind, maybe a little baby back bend. As you exhale, let's swan dive, flat back, forward fold. Peace finger right of palms to shins, half lift. Exhale, fold it in. All right, friends, for this version of Discover and Recover Yoga, gosh, I don't even know if I mentioned that earlier. We are doing Discover and Recover Yoga, the first session in 2024. Walk the feet back, downward facing up. Oh, yeah. So I'm noticing, I'm observing this posture. Hands at shoulder distance, feet about hip distance, gaze towards the belly button. If this gets too much, you can certainly lower down to hands and knees, back on the tabletop, and eventually I'm walking the feet out wider. I'm sketching the mat. Right hand to left knee, left shin, left ankle. Right hand to left knee, left shin, left ankle. I've got a pretty strong gaze underneath that left armpit. We'll hold here for 3. Breathing into that for 2. Now I'm going to release. Right hand back to the mat, left hand to right knee, right shin, right ankle. Steady gaze underneath that right armpit as we hold for 3. Nice, almost there for 2. Now 1, bring that left hand out. Walk your feet back about hip distance, please. Lower to the knees, untuck the toes, child's pose. And I'm taking a version of child's pose that has the knees closer together. If you would like to reach them out wider, absolutely. Now, when I do this, my forehead doesn't readily make it to mat, so there's a block. Lovely. Couple more breaths here. If you'd like to introduce or reintroduce a more cleansing breath pattern, absolutely. As we eventually, though, here we go, DNR folks. Let's come on up to table. I have no fancy transition. You can lower the right hip or left hip. Let's see the lights and how's the charge. Yes. Understand. Now it's this upper body engagement. It works best with blocks. Face the camera. Good keeping strength in the shoulders. This also engages the core. It does involve some wrist strength as well. So I'll demo this. I like to place the full hand on the blocks. If you've got books that are of similar height, that can work. What we're going to do is we're pressing into the blocks to lift the hips, to lift the glutes. This is going to start to fire up the shoulders. Listen, feel into the core as well as we hold for 3. Breathing into that for 2, and 1, lower back down. Okay. Roll the wrist down a bit. Now that motion, it may have you just lift a fraction of an inch. You may still feel like, parts of the glutes connected to them, but if you can lift them all the way up, that's wonderful. Here we go for number 2. Nice. Hopefully those shoulders are right above the hips. As we go for 3. Nice. Breathing into that for 2. All right, now 1, lower back down. Okay, again, a little, for me, it's a wrist roll out, a little shake out. All right. You know, I say the blocks. I've got some students that have longer arms, they don't use the blocks, that's an option. So I want to call that as a variation. Otherwise, third and final version with a little add-on. So here we go, we press up. Option to lift one leg and then the other. Or just keep the heels down. I've got a couple students that can lift both legs. It's pretty hard. So hold for 3, it's real hard. For 2, now one, lower back down. Roll it out. Roll out the wrists. Shake it out. I'm going to come back in the direction you guys are. Okay, making sure you've got room behind you. Let's point the toes and just roll down the spine. Take your time. All right, let's, whatever time you want, let's try to stretch. Morning stretch, afternoon stretch, evening stretch. So arms reaching my head. Get fingers and toes moving, the wrists and the ankles moving. Inhale to seemingly lengthen a bit more, but on the exhale, let's draw beneath you. Hello, body. Come here pretty regularly. Squeezing air, all movement from side to side. Oh, yeah. Eventually, though, the legs stay where they are. Hands come down my sides. I'm going to do my best to keep my insteps and my feet together. My thighs, the inside, the knees connected. But I want to hips go. So in doing so, as if you had light beams on the knees, you know, that circle, maybe that would create a big circle, a medium-sized circle, maybe a small circle. If you'd like to get more ab, yes, you could start to extend the soles and the balls of feet more to the next. Otherwise, your circle's a little tighter. Keep going for 3. Here's 2. Last one. You're back to center. I like to give myself another little squeeze. Plug it in. All right, let's circle the other way. Yeah. Maybe you can keep the inner thighs to stay connected. Maybe the legs straighten more as you come further, as you come through the circle. Hello, low back. Hello, hips. Here's 4. Here's 3. 2. Last one. Oh, soles the feet to the mat. Okay. I like to shake it out a little bit, soles the feet to the mat. All right. Well, if you just hands on out, I'm going to fully cross my right knee over my left. My right knee's going to fully cross over my left knee. I'm going to draw that right thigh in towards my midline, towards my butt, but I'm going to take my left hand to my right ankle. Maybe the top of my right foot, my right hand to my left ankle, maybe the top of my left foot. If you can't reach there, you can take the hands to the shins. For me to do that, you see my shoulder blades in the back and come off the mat. I'm going to release the shoulder blades and the back of the hand. Find the stretch. Precursor to the seated posture, which would be called cow face. But I'm just seeing how the hips respond, abductors, the inner thigh, outer thigh. Relax the throat, relax the jaw. Nice. Hold here for 3. Breathing into that for 2. Now, please let that go. Yeah, soles of the feet, and for me, it's going to be a little shimmy. Wardrobe adjustment. Left knee fully crosses over the right. Let's get that set up. Left knee front. I'm going to draw the left leg. My right hand to my left ankle. My left hand to my right ankle. Still displaceful. And then I go release, lowering it down. For me, it's pretty different, a little different on this side. We'll honor those asymmetrical aspects. I'm drawing my heels in towards the glutes. Relax the throat. Relax the jaw. Nice. If you feel like the chin's lifting to the ceiling, lift the back of the head off of the mat, lift the back of it off the mat, and then draw the chin in towards the chest and bring the back of the head to the mat. Here we go for 3. Nice. Almost there for 2. All right, here we go, DNR folks. Let's release and relax. Yeah, shoot it out. Mhm. Nice. All right, before we come before rest, crisscross applesauce legs, frame your heads. So we've been coming to this. I'm gonna draw, see if I can let those heels nice close to my glutes in my crisscross applesauce legs. Crisscross the legs. Biceps and triceps are framing the head. Opposite hand finds opposite elbow, maybe opposite forearm. And just relax here. Let the legs get heavy. Just, let the thighs release to the floor. Notice how the breath is flowing. That's nice ebb and flow, rise and fall of the core. Oh, relax the shoulders. And as you lie here, please make a mental note of which ankle is in front, which forearm is in front, because we're going to switch that in a moment. Okay, here we go, DRR folks. Let's uncross and recross both arms and legs. Uncross and recross into a different, that's other shin, other ankles in front. Forearms are switched. Just observe. Arms can be heavy, legs can be heavy. Any residual tension, any unnecessary stiffness, tightness, please. But if you can identify it, let it go. Open across the chest, open across the heart. Relax the shoulders. Being aware of the nuances, the differences when you crisscross your leg in a different position. I know it's pretty different for me. Sometimes it's some difference for some, sometimes there's no difference. Keep going for 3. Check in with that breath pattern. Going here for 2. Okay, please, let's go ahead. Release, uncross and relax, bringing the arms and legs to wherever they feel comfortable. It's segue into your resting posture. For some, it may be butterfly pose, maybe bent knees because it takes pressure off the low back. Most traditionally is the right ankle, right corner mat, left ankle, left corner mat. If you do have props in your midst, and I will demo this. Here is the yoga blanket. It's going to go behind my head. Even this meditation cushion can come underneath my knees to allow this position to happen. Yeah. So we relax. The first of the year, the first Wednesday of 2024. Just let go. Feel the moments. Create some stillness. In a society that rewards, promotes speed and quickness, there's an opportunity to simply slow down. Become motionless. Here we go. The next invitation is to bring movement to the extremities, fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. Might move the head from side to side. Shrug the shoulders, curl the tongue, snap the fingers. But eventually, let's draw the knees into the chest. All right. Supine bind, the last one, you can rock and roll. Roll back. Some will float to the left side, some may float to the right side. That's an option. You find this fetal position. If you prefer to stay on your back, absolutely. Just a momentary pause, you can reconnect with your purpose, your intention. Concepts and notions may have been popping up in my head at the beginning of practice. Maybe something comes to the top of mind now as you press up to seated. I'm going to go ahead and return back onto the meditation cushion. Back to cross-legged Sukhasana. And have a moment to realign and reassess where you are in this moment for this practice. Thank you, DNR Yoga folks. Those who are going to be watching this on the YouTube channel through the email that I send out. Those who subscribe, what a joy to extend this practice, knowing that it's a victory each time we come to the mat. Morning practice, afternoon practice, evening practice. We've had an opportunity to repattern some of the energy systems. So repatterning, friends, is such a good thing. Palms meet back at the center of the chest, of the heart space, connecting there with your heart space, what emanates from the heart center, all the wonderful things, kindness and compassion, empathy and tolerance, patience and forgiveness, but ultimately love emanating and pouring forth from the heart center. And in that traditional fashion, we'll seal this practice with the word namaste. Please know the divine light, the teacher and the spirit that dwells within me, indeed with a bunch of gratitude, bows to the divine light, the divine teacher, and the divine spirit in each and every one of you guys. Namaste. Thank you all. Questions, comments, please let me know. Until next Wednesday. Looking a little. Be well. Love you all. Peace.